All right, this is SSL Family Dad.
And SSL Family Mom.
And today we're going to show you what's in this month's Homestead Box. All right, so gardening season is getting close. We are almost ready to start tilling up the land and actually getting some plants in the ground. And we've been using a lot of items from our previous homestead boxes already to get our seed started and get things ready. And how's the garden looking outside so far?
Well, the pigs are about halfway done tilling up the land, and if they'd stop escaping, maybe might be further along.
That's been the biggest issue. So
yeah.
We may have to get a rototiller in there still and get that garden spot kind of mixed up a little bit better, but the pigs are doing a pretty good job so far. So
Yes.
Fittingly, this month's Homestead Box, this is actually the April box. Everything in here is about planning and starting and getting your garden in the ground. I've already looked through the items in here, and there's some pretty cool stuff.
Yes, we really look forward to getting these boxes. It's kind of like a gift that just appears on our...
It's like Christmas, kind of.
Yeah, we really like the things that are in it. It's perfect for us. And because you're watching this video, I bet you would feel the same way.
It's true. Everything that we've gotten so far has been awesome. And if you're not familiar with the Homestead Boxes, basically what it is, it's a subscription model where you go and you sign up to get a box every month. There's two different varieties of boxes you can get, a smaller one and a bigger one with different prices. And basically every month you get a new box. The boxes are themed, so we got one that was all about tool care and tool sharpening.
That
it had
was awesome.
the knife in it.
I got the knife.
Yep.
Yeah,
the leather
awesome.
care stuff and sharpening stuff.
Yeah.
And then we got another gardening box, which was about starting seeds, and it had the seed catalogs and the soil and all the stuff we used.
And they come with really neat books too that
Yep.
we've never even heard of before.
Yeah, like the Hunt Gather cookbook that was from the last box. So this box is all themed about gardening, and it's perfect for us because in Michigan here we're in May, just getting into the early May, and we're just getting started with our outdoor preparations. So some of you guys in the South probably are already getting started, but this is going to have everything we need to lay out our garden and get things in the ground.
Can't wait.
So let's dig in and see what we got. All right, so the first thing that I noticed in here was this cool little resource. It is from Haas Tools, and if you remember, Haas Tools had a lot of the buckets and hunt, gather, cook stuff that we got last month. But this is really neat. So basically what this is it's a slide rule, and it helps you get information on planting times and dates, as well as harvest times and dates. And basically you just take the slider and you slide it out to your last average frost date, and once you have it set, it tells you all the information you need for each different kind of seed that you'd plant. So it tells you when you should start the seeds inside, when you can first plant them out in the garden directly, when your harvest dates will be if you follow the schedule here. And it's really nice to have all this information right at the tip of your fingers, instead of having to look it up on your phone, when is this, when is that, when do I plant this, or looking at all the seed packets. This is really handy to have. So I really like this. It also has a spring planting guide as well as a fall planting guide, which I thought was pretty cool. So very, very cool little tool, and something I'll keep out with all of our gardening stuff.
Something really great that came in this month's box was this really neat garden tool. It's called the Cobra Head Weeder. They also call it a steel fingernail, which I thought was kind of strange, but this actually is a garden multi-tool. But it's really good for weeding and just breaking up soil. They claim that this can get through really, really tough soil, hard to dig soil.
Looks like a weapon.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of scary. We won't let the kids have this. But I'm going to use this for planting. Because it's got this nice little cobra head on it, I'm going to use it to dig a little trench to plant some seeds in.
Cool.
I think this is going to work out really well. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah, that'll be nice. It's a lot easier than using a hoe or something like that. So cool. So one of the things that I just love, and we have some newly kind of started worm bins or buckets outside. I guess buckets. But this is a bag of golden worm compost, so worm castings. It's a small bag, and that's really all you need with worm castings because they're a super rich, nutrient-rich soil. And what you'd use this for would be you just use this sparingly around each plant. So a lot of the stuff we started inside, like tomato plants, as we transplant them, I might take a small little handful of this and throw it in, or and mix it in with the soil around there. So it gives them a nice boost of nutrients and moisture to get them started. Worm castings are awesome for all types of plants. So we know that just from the aquaponics system and using them inside and gardening at our old house. So perfect addition for starting your garden.
Also in the box, we got some seeds, and what was really exciting for us was some of these seeds were things that we didn't have, like the winter squash, but we got pickling cucumbers, lima beans, the winter squash, summer squash, and Swiss chard. So we're really looking forward to that. With the seeds, though, they also sent this seed catalog. I really liked looking through the seed catalog because it also gives some tips and how to plant the seeds. But one other cool thing about this company was they have mushroom plugs. So maybe that's something we should try.
I've never done anything with
I
mushrooms.
would really like to try that. So again, these things are just really cool. They give you ideas that we wouldn't normally think of on our own.
We were just talking about mushrooms, like finding morel mushrooms, weren't we?
Yes.
So it'd be cool to grow our own.
And if our woods were not flooded, we would probably have morels. So.
All right, so one of the coolest things that came in the box this month was this Pro Tape, and I don't have one of these, and I could have used one of these for years. What I always do is I use my 25-foot measuring tape, and I stretch it out on the ground, and then I stand in the spot where it ends, and then I stretch it out another 25 feet, and then I just add it all up. Well, this is an actual fast rewind, made in the USA, 100-foot tape, and so I can use this especially for laying out gardens. We have a bigger garden space than we've ever had, so this is perfect for laying out big spaces and figuring out all rows, or even like laying out raised beds and all that kind of stuff, but also for other stuff around the house, fencing and just anything. I mean, we're always measuring something or trying to figure things out. So also going to use this to kind of measure out our space, because I want to try to draw out our garden before we start planting. And this is going to be super useful to get those long measurements and figure out how big our area is so we can plan. So awesome addition for this month. All right, and the boxes always come with these little items that I always either don't have around or just wish I had when I was out planning and doing things. But it has a nylon braided string line, and then it's got like a cotton. This stuff is going to last you a season or something like that if you leave it out, but this stuff will you be able to reuse every year. The orange string line, I would say, probably best to like lay out your rows as you're digging trenches or hilling up for potatoes or carrots or whatever you're trying to put in your traditional garden. Or even use this as string line to lay out your raised beds nice and evenly, all that kind of stuff. So real high visibility string line to use for laying things out. The cotton string line, or the cotton string, I would use this for everything. Again, I'd be laying things out with it. I'd use this even to support plants or just lay out rows right off the bat in the garden, stake all those out and make sure that everything's lined up real nicely. So you just always find uses for string. And so perfect. Both made in the USA. Good items to have around.
Yeah, for sure. And the last item in the box is probably our favorite, right?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
It's called the Starter Vegetable Gardens. And when I first looked at this, I just thought, okay, we've seen a lot of gardening books, haven't we?
And read a lot of stuff online. And
Right. It's actually, the author is Barbara Pleasant, just to let you know that. But it's 24 no-fail plans for small organic gardens. But what's so awesome about this book is that it goes through, if you have a small yard, all the way up to maybe a larger traditional garden that supports your whole family. It goes through the years, composting, water irrigation, insects, fertilizing, how to stretch your garden season. and also what seeds and vegetables to grow. They have some really beautiful garden layouts. They even have information on how to start a bag garden. You know, I don't think
Never tried that.
No, we've never tried that, but I've heard people doing it, and it's I don't see why if that's all you have to do, that's a great idea too.
I think this would be perfect for anybody that's like just starting off with any garden. I mean, it literally goes through what you need to
It's got
start,
everything.
and for it gives you a plan for like 3 years, I think, right? Is it
Yes.
3 years? Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
And also, it also tells you how to create beautiful food gardens, because sometimes gardens, they're not so beautiful sometimes, depending on how you lay it out. So if you're not as creative, I think this book is, it's just great. It tells you literally how to do everything. I mean, the gardens are just beautiful.
So what should we give away this month?
You know, I was really looking forward to using it, but I think that garden tool.
I think so too. I think that is probably, we always try to give away, you know, the Homestead Box company is giving these boxes to us at no charge, and anytime a company sends us anything at no charge, I always try to make sure that we give something to you guys. And so every month we've given something away. I think the easiest way to do the giveaways is just anybody who leaves a comment on the video, you will be entered to win, and I will comment or reply to your comment if you're picked, and we'll do the drawing about 14 days after the air date of the video. So I will miss not being able to use this year, but somebody will enjoy it. So we'll give away the Cobra head.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and leave any comment down below, and you will automatically be entered to win the Cobra head tool here. And if you guys have any questions or comments about the Homestead Box or anything like that, or anything, I'd love to hear from you guys no matter what. Hit thumbs up on the video, guys, and subscribe if you'd like to follow along. We are just getting into gardening, and there's going to be videos. I'm trying to do videos every other day if I can keep up with this place. So, so as always, thanks for watching.
Have a good one.